Okay, candidates. So now we are going to discuss about lecturette. Okay, talking about lecturette, it's a part of your GTO. In GTO there are total 8 tasks and lecturette is one of them, and it is one among the basic tasks. Talking about the 8 tasks, there are 5 basic tasks and 3 confirmatory tasks, and the basic tasks hold the major weightage. Okay, so lecturette is one of them. Understood? As you can see, there are certain cards placed in front of you. Each card is having 4 topics. Okay, talking about the difficulty level of the topic 1 to the topic 4, it goes down. Topic 1 is related to major strategic issues. Okay, talking about topic 2 and topic 3, that are related to general knowledge and general awareness, and talking about the topic 4, that is basically related to self-awareness. You have to give your lecturette for 3 minutes. Understood? Okay. Right after the completion of 2 minutes 30 seconds, there will be a warning bell. Okay. This is a warning to the candidate. Now only 30 seconds have been left. In that 30 seconds, conclude your topic. After the completion of 3 minutes, the final bell will ring. Then the candidate who is the speaker will sit, and the next candidate will stand up from their position and will take the card and go outside. See, the person who is speaking, he is speaking for 3 minutes, and the candidate who is practicing, again he is getting 3 minutes. So you will get 3 minutes to practice your topic and 3 minutes to give your speech. Got it? Yes. Is there any doubt? No. Okay. Now see, choose your topic wisely on which you can speak confidently for 3 minutes. Understood? Make proper eye contact with everyone and speak with confidence level, and make proper body gesture as it reflects a good confidence level. Understood? Okay, chess number 100. Now come forward, pick a card.
Trade is the heart of a particular country's economy. If any country have to develop its economy, then it must have to develop its trade. Hello everyone, I am standing up here on the topic of US-China trade rift. What is US-China trade? Firstly, we have to define the trade that when we export our commodity and import the commodity from any other countries, then it can be called as a trade. And then after, when we also use our barter system in the trades, then we can also use barter system as well as money system to pay for the commodities which have been exported by us from the any other countries. And what is the US-China trade rift? US-China trade rift is that China is also a developing country, and it is the most developed country in Asia and also the largest economy in the Asia. And US is the largest economy in the Pacific world, and we all know the enmities between the US and China both. And due to this, US and China first came on the race that which one who is earlier and who is earlier get their economy in the best zone and earlier get developed as well as much more in their defense sector and many other sectors areas. And we have not all very much aware about that US and Russia's civil war. The civil war, same like civil war start between US and China in the same way, and many other countries were suffering from that. And China is increasing his presence in Indian Ocean, and India is also very much aware about that, and US is also very much aware about that, and US is supporting India, and I also want to find interest in India that how can US counter the China from India, and US also want to include the India in the NATO as changing its name like NATO plus in the Asia. And we have seen that India is also countering China and its policies like that, increasing its maritime capabilities. That India asked to his government that he had need 6 submarines and another aircraft carrier for it. And by improving the how can we improve the US China rift, and how can we decrease it? We can decrease it on the particular that is United Nations Security Council. We can take this issue on that, and every nation must have to vote on it. And if it continues in the same way, then every country must have to suffer from it, whether it is a poor or a rich. Thank you.
Jai Hind everyone. My today lecture topic is Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code aim is to see legal framework for citizen to legal framework, and irrespective of religious identity. In our Indian Constitution, Article 44 direct principle of state policy shows that the Uniform Civil Code. Article 44 shows that to govern citizens in uniform civil code. Uniform Civil Code cases are Sahabanu Begum versus Abdul Khan. Challenges of Uniform Civil Code is national integrity, gender justice. In India, one state is Goa Civil Code is introduced in 1916. 1916 in Portuguese is liberated. In Muslim and also Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jain, Jews are also use personal law identities determine that religious freedoms. Way forward of Uniform Civil Code is national integrity and gender justice. Benefit of Uniform Civil Code is integrity of nations, and some issues related to Uniform Civil Code is religious conflict. Religious conflict in some states like Kerala. Recently, the movie is reflected the Kerala story is related to women issue. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind everyone. Today's my lecture topic is impact of Chinese product in Indian market. We have seen that India is the most populous country in the world, and due to which India is the biggest market in the world, and China get benefit from it, because we are used mostly Chinese product in our homes, and due to which our money is go in the Chinese country, in the China, and it comprises a major part of the China's GDP. And if we talk about the data, in the recent year we have seen that about $500 billion of trade goods are imported from the China, and it is the not good sign for the India, because China can cause dangerous for the India, because we have seen that there are the much tensions between India and China, and in 1962 we have seen the result of it, and but the government has continuously tried to reduce the import from the China, and we have seen that the major programs are running like Make in India program, and government is still trying to reduce, but we have also be aware to our Indian people that we have to reduce the use of Chinese product and use our Indian product, so that our Indian companies and industries may be flourished. If we do not use the Indian product, then our Indian industries are collapsed, and Chinese companies are flourished. But we have seen that the Chinese product are much cheaper than the Indian product, so the poor peoples are used mostly Chinese products. But we have to aware him about the quality of the product. The quality of the products of the Indian companies are much better than the Chinese products. And we have seen that in the festival times also, in Diwalis, in Holis, we have seen the patakas, the crackers and the gulals are come from the China. And we have think about the data, then we can conclude that there are the very less percentage of Hindus in the China, but they are still making the crackers and the gulals for India for only trades. So we have to conclude that I have to conclude that we have to reduce the trade with China, because China is dangerous for us, and if Chinese economies are much flourished, this is the sign of India dangers. Thank you.
Jain friends, my today's lecture topic is Indo-US relations. Foreign policy is a concept of profit and loss, and such a beneficial relation we have is with US. And in order to understand this Indo-US relation completely, I am dividing my lecture in 5 parts. First one, we will talk about the history. Let's talk. When India got independence, there were 2 poles in the world. One was led by USSR, and second one was led by USA. And India decided to remain neutral because it don't want to involve between the fights between the 2 superpowers. And all this foreign policy lead to non-aligned policy of India. And under the Kissinger's administration and Nixon as president, they decided to help Pakistan. And later that they even helped China and they pursued China to attack India at the time of Bangladesh Liberation War. And in 1974, US also imposed sanctions on us. In 1999, there were again sanctions. At the time of Kargil War, they refused to give us satellite imagery, which was crucial at that time. And after that, after 1990, there was a major policy shift. India was looking the world as a unipolar, as the only major power was USA, and we were looking to improve our relations with US. And at that time, the George Bush and Obama were the president of USA, and then they were looking. They provided India help with various things like humanitarian aids and all. Like militarily, they needed to enter Afghanistan at that time, and in order to do that, they need a good relations with India. They eventually wanted India to send soldiers, but we refused them at that time. Okay, now coming to our recent current events, there is issue of H1N1 visa. There is issue of GSP status, which was revoked under the leadership of Trump, and there is current issue of medicine manufacturing, and these are the issues that where we disagree. These are the issues where we disagree, and at last I will conclude that US is a beneficial and important friend for us, but we have to make sure that we don't become a puppet state to it.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Today I will be speaking about string of pearl. What is string of pearl? It is a geopolitical strategy defined that the China's increasing footholds in the regions around the India. We have seen that China have been increasing its military strength in the Indian Ocean region, and also they are having good relations with the Gulf countries, and also come up with a $1 billion US dollar project called Belt and Road Initiative, and through that they are increasing their footholds in the African region, and they are connecting themselves and bringing back the old glory of the Silk Route, and they are also bringing back the old water Silk Route through Indian Ocean, connecting the areas like Horn of the African countries and Mauritius, and from there to the Sri Lanka, and they are connecting themselves through and making a dots, and connecting these dots is called string of pearl strategy, and this provides threat to the Indian government as they are increasing their presence and they are having a lot many effects from the Chinese government. In order to get rid of this, India come up with a same strategy called diamond necklace, in which India is implementing its dominance in the region of Indian Ocean region, having good relations with Maldives, Seychelles, and they are also getting good amount of logistic support from the United Nations also. And India being part of Quad countries which are against the Chinese growing dominance in the Indian Ocean region, and these Quad countries include Japan, Australia, and United Nations and India. These four are having this common interest, that is to stop the dominance of the Chinese government in these regions. So we have to focus more on things like countering the Chinese influence in these regions, and we have also seen that India has been increased its military budget, and they are also increasing the military presence in the regions of Andaman and Nicobar Oceans by coming up with tri-service command there, and we are also imported US made flight called P8I, which provides a logical supports to, and we have a good eye on the Chinese goods and military things coming from the Strait of Malacca. So as the string of pearl is just a strategy given by the people, so we have to know the main intentions of the Chinese government bringing up with the Belt and Road Initiative and the dominance in the Indian Oceanic region, and we have to come up with solutions in order to meet these intentions of the Chinese government, and we have to make peaceful relations with the Chinese government. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today's my topic is women empowerment. As we know that Indian Constitution Article 15, that is mentioned there is, that there is no discrimination between on the basis of gender, caste, creed, and races. So this is reality that there is no discrimination between men and women. And at the time of 21st century, we know that there is no discrimination, and as men as well women also develop his capability in education sector, in a sports sector, in a space, and any other sectors also. Before the Indian independence, there is no right to education for women, but there's less right to right for in the hand of women, but some important men like Jyotibai Phule, Rajaram Mohan Rai, they enhance the power and rights of women in education and the societal level. After the independence, before the independence, we in the constituency assembly, we can see that there are only 15 women in the constitution assembly, and others are male. In our constitution, there are 284 members have signed, and in which 15 are women. And in present time, if you see the current news in a sport sector, Mirabai Chanu, Manisha Kalyan, they have achieved a rank in all over India. If we conclude in my conclusion, we can say I can say that to the empowerment of women, the most important fact is education and societal rights, because by the help of society and education, we can women can empower very high. Thank you.
Chess number 100. See, your performance is improving for the lecturette especially. Eye contact was proper, body language, confidence level was fine. Somewhere you were fumbling. Okay, so work on that. You took 3 complete minutes, that is good. Chess number 181. See, eye contact was improper, you were mostly looking up and down. Confidence level, you were too nervous inside. Okay, clarity of thought was missing. Your focus was mostly on the historical background. Just come up with the present situation as well. You took 2 minutes 58 seconds, and in between you were taking pause for around 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Don't take longer pause. Okay, suppose that if you got stuck, take a pause for 3 seconds. Okay, but you are taking pause for 15 seconds. This is not good. Okay, chess number 26. Your performance is also improving. Okay, eye contact, confidence level, somewhere stuckness was there. 2 minutes 57 seconds, still power of expression you need to work on. Okay, 199. See, eye contact was proper while you are speaking, speak confidently. Okay, confidence level you need to develop, divide your topic well, and apart from that, see, you have a good potential candidate. You can do it, but you are stopping yourself from doing this. Okay, the moment the final bell rings, end immediately. Okay, just conclude your thought as soon as possible. Don't stretch it for longer. Understood? Chess number 52. See, overall performance was very good. Eye contact, confidence level, knowledge, awareness part, everything was good. Overall a good performance. 2 minutes 55 seconds. Try to conclude after the final bell, because for 5 seconds you can stretch it, right? Chess number 68. See, eye contact was proper, confidence level you need to develop more. You are fumbling a lot. Work on your communication skill while you are speaking, speak fluently, because that creates a different impact. Okay? Power of expression you need to work on, complete 3 minutes. Understood? So that was all about feedback. Whatever feedback has been given to you, make sure you abide by every instructions given to you. Understood? Yes, so that is all for today.